Five, four, three, two, one, zero.
Yeah, Bengals went and smoked on that Steelers pack and that Jags pack coming up on John Fever Fridays with Vince.
It's that jungle fever, baby. Yeah, it's that jungle fever, baby. Yeah, it's that jungle fever, baby. Yeah, yeah, baby. Yeah.
Put them one in the clutch. We don't give a what. Punch it in through the gut. Nixon on the rush. It's that bingo talk. Facts in the jungle with racks. It's that jungle fever. Make them all believe us. Now they think we crazy. Cause it's who they baby.
Welcome to Fridays with Vince. I'm hosting with Rax. Hope you all are having a great day. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
All right, so to recap the Jazz game, I just want to ask you, Rax, what did you think of that first half?
I got mixed thoughts on that. Okay, so you can look at it like this. We can attack Zach and say that he didn't have the right play calling. Honestly, I don't think the offense really. It was the defense for me in the first half. I mean, the offense was sluggish, and it wasn't the play calling. I just think the defense was on the field too much. And then when the offense was on the field, those stupid penalties in the first half kind of hindered us a little bit. But overall, that first half, I got to give it up to the Jags, man. That read option. And you know we had a problem with that when every time we play the Ravens. So I kind of felt like they had our number on that one. And it's kind of got me worried about playing the Ravens. But that first half, I just felt like it could have been sluggish. It's only been like 3-4 days since Sunday. Numerous of things. I don't think it was Zach, though. We'll get into that, but I don't think it was Zach.
Yeah, I honestly believe that I think it was a mix of everything. I think Zach Taylor did have poor play calling again in the first half. However, the defense just it's like they're playing a competition, like we were imitating the Steelers or something for a second there. And I don't know what was going on, but I definitely think we definitely played a little bit down in competition, and I hope we do not do that going forward because that was terrible to watch, and we should have won that game by double digits. I'll say this, I've said this before, and I'll say it again: we should have beat the Vikings by double digits, and we should have beat the Bears by double digits, and now we should have beat the Jags by double digits. That's just my take on it.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right on those wins. We're supposed to be 4-0, and each team we should have been done smashed because they ain't all that this year. I think
I respectfully disagree about the Vikings. The Vikings are a great team. It's just the way that we had the momentum going and stuff, we should have just put our foot down on them. But the way they came back these last 3 weeks, man, the Vikings, like I said, I expected them to be a playoff team this year, and it's looking like it now.
That offense of theirs is pretty strong. Yeah. But speaking on that though, I can honestly agree with you. Those wins should have been a little bit bigger. That first game, I blame Zach. And that Bears game, I blame Zach. He lacks the creativity. What I mean is you don't have to follow the rules as far as you don't have to wait to halftime to make adjustments. Yeah, a lot of coaches do. But Belichick can make an adjustment at the end of the first quarter. Just that first half, though, to speak back on that first half, they couldn't get their running game going at all. At all.
They barely run it, as a matter of fact. I think they only had like 5 attempts or so in the first half.
Yeah. I think that in that first half, Zach Taylor was kind of like, I got this, don't change the plays. You hear him in the press conference. I sent Burrow out there with one play. Now, you could take that different ways, Vince. He sent Burrow with one play because he don't want Burrow changing the plays all the time. Or he sent him with one play because he knew Burrow was going to do whatever he wanted to do anyway. I don't know. It could hit either way, man. But it's a clip. I wish I would have got it, and I'll put it on the YouTube page just to show you guys. After we made that first touchdown in the third quarter, TJ Uzama, if you look at the sideline, Burrow and the offense coordinator, I wouldn't say like necessarily like arguing, but you can see the aggression in Burrow's face. You see the aggression in his face. And they only showed a clip of it. And all I could see was Burrow telling him, like, no, that's not like that. I'm like, whoa, they don't need that. But we still came out on top. Go ahead. What you think about the second half?
Just to evaluate on what you said there, I didn't know about that clip. I'm gonna definitely be looking for you to post that clip eventually.
Yeah, I will.
That's very interesting. But obviously, whatever happened between them, it obviously got fixed in the locker room at the half and stuff. And just to address it too as well in the second, I mean, Zach Taylor finally learned how to make adjustments. I mean, it seems like these last 2 years and stuff, the team just fails to make adjustments at halftime and stuff. With Zach Taylor just. It just seems like he was inconsistent with his game plan, and he was consistent. He just wasn't consistent with changing up and adapting to the game as it goes on.
Right.
So he definitely did that here, and it definitely worked. I mean, we scored on every possession in the second half, and the defense came out way better, light years better than the first half. I think we snapped into it, and I think we stopped playing down to competition, and I also think they came out with an effective game plan. I think all of those things mixed together, and just the mentality of Burrow, when you're always going to be in it with Burrow, man. He is ice cold in his veins. Did you see the mic'd up? Did you see him mic'd up? That little mic'd up clip of him?
Yeah, when he threw the screenplay, but he got hit.
Yep.
Yeah, he told him, like, y'all gonna send zero towards me? Something y'all been doing on film all the time? No, you can't zero me.
And then he said, "Just give me the ball, and it'll be over."
yeah. And see, that's what I'm trying to like. Okay, so check me out. To add on what you were saying. So, what if this happened? The first half, Burrow let Zach do what he do. Because I know in the conference interview after the game, Burrow said at halftime, Zach said, "What do you want to do?" He said, 5 wide. Spread them out. Once they came out, we're doing what Burrow wants to do now. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, man, I know I'm about to go on a limb here. It's like Zach don't pay attention to film.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. It definitely seems a little bit like that at some time. But, what you got to also realize is Zach Taylor is mainly a player's coach. He caters to the players all the time, and that's why he's won over this locker room completely. That's something we have to take into account here. So I think if that's what he really did, I think that's the correct thing to do. You got to cater to your players. And you got to make the adjustment with them. You got to help. You got to get their mindset on it and what they see in the defense, because you're not out on the field as a coach. You're not out on the field. Joe Burrow's the one out in the field scanning that defense and looking at what it is. He knows he watches the film consistently, and he knows exactly what those defenses are doing. So I think it was a smart move to go to Burrow at halftime and be like, hey, what do you think's the best mindset here to switch up? Whatever you think's right and what we need to do, let's switch it up to that, and we're going to get it right.
And, they asked Burrow this question. I want to ask you this question. I know they asked Burrow this. So that first half, last year, if we was down 14-0, we would have fumbled. We would have crumbled in the second half. We wouldn't have made adjustments. We wouldn't have came back. Burrow said that the reason this team is able to do that because the culture is different. But the culture was still there last year. I think it's just better players, more improved. What you think, Vince?
It's a mix, obviously you got way better players and you have way better people who fit the scheming of this team and, the overall game plan of what they're trying to do. But, I mean, again, like CJ Uzomah said, this isn't an overnight thing. Culture doesn't just change overnight and stuff. It started to make progress last year, but, it just progressed and gets better as the years go on. And it's obviously getting better here. That's my take on that anyway. But another thing I would like to ask you too and stuff, going back into the first half or whatever, I saw this clip where Urban Meyer said that Trevor Lawrence, when he got stuffed on that 4th and goal play before the half, he was actually supposed to pitch it to James Robinson. And from what I saw, James Robinson basically had a great hold to just punch it in and go up 21-0. And in my opinion, I honestly think if that happened, we might have been in the dirt and we might have lost this game. I want to know what your thoughts on it about that.
Yeah, I agree completely. I don't know the exact statistics, but they said it's like 1 in 100 of teams coming back. I think it was like 2 in 100 of teams coming back from 21 down half, and it's like 4 to 100 of teams coming back from 14 and half. My thoughts on that is, I think Trevor was getting a little too greedy there. Trevor came in this game wanting revenge. I don't care what nobody said. You could just see it. Think about the play you just asked me about. If he was a team player, he would have pitched it.
All right, let's tone down the narratives now. I don't know if we want to call him a greedy player or anything.
No,
I mean,
no, that's not what I mean when I say team player. Okay, what I mean when I say team player, I'm gonna go at it like this. All right, you can't let your emotions take the game. You got to play with emotions, but not too much emotions. Now, what I mean is by him not being a team player at that specific play is because, like Meyer said, if it was supposed to go to the running back and he's open, throw it to the running back. But if you watch those drives, Trevor kept it almost every time. Every time. And that's another thing, too. We couldn't stop them. They kept getting these short 3rd and 4s, 3rd and 2s. And it was really just jacking us up. I think the momentum changed when we stopped them at that 1. But, like, to answer your questions, no. I don't think we would have came back. I think it would have been like maybe 28-24 or something like that. We still would have played good, but I think it would have just been not enough time to come back.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, plus, that first half, I got to give it up to the Jaguars for, just having great control time over the ball and stuff. They had like way more control time of their offense than our offense, and I think that's a blueprint that a lot of teams facing us are going to look at going forward and stuff too, is just holding on to the ball as long as possible, because the more you drain the clock and stuff and the more you rest your defense up and get ready for our offense and stuff, the more they're probably going to stop us and more likely you're going to get your offense back on the field and be able to run the score up and stuff. So I think that's something we have to be careful with looking forward. And that's something the defense has to patch up. But Jesse Bates was missing. Chidobe Awuzie was missing. We had, who did we have at the safety position next to Bell again?
We had I think, was it Darius Phillips?
No, I don't think Darius Phillips was playing safety.
Hold on.
Because we elevated Sean Davis and Travion Henderson, I believe, from the practice squad.
I know they had Eli over at the corner. They had Trey over at the corner. I'm trying to think who they had back there. It's a familiar name, though. I just can't ring a bell right now.
Yeah, I don't know, but to move on from that and keep it going, we did have those players missing in the secondary, and when they come back, I'm expecting the secondary to be much better, way better. And I think that really this is a game that Jesse Bates is going to look back on too, going into this offseason, to say, hey, pay me, man. You guys need me for the secondary to work.
Yeah, I agree with you. To add on to that real quick, that running game of theirs was kicking it in the first half. The Jags, the base is a great run stopper. You know what I'm saying? He comes up, he plays an important part in they run stopping game on the defense. Yeah, I know he's a safety, but he does, man. Look at the tackles, and missing him that night is a big hurt on our defensive run stop game. Trey Waynes, you could really tell he ain't played in a while. Not taking away from his talent, but I think he's just rusty a little bit. Got to get his feet back under him.
Yeah, I agree. And to add on to that real quick before you go on, I just think even for not playing 19 games, he played extremely well. He looked pretty good out there. And I definitely think that him next to Chidobe Awuzie is going to be awesome. And I think this is going to be a great secondary. That's what I think about that.
Zach said that he hoping to get them all back by the Green Bay.
We're gonna need it.
Oh yeah, Aaron Rodgers, he'll shred you. But I'm not saying we're gonna go in and be dominant in this game, but I'm not as scared of Green Bay like I used to be. I got really complete confidence in our defense. Our defense is monsters, man. I know that first half, but our defense is some real monsters. Logan Wilson, man. Oh my God, man. Logan Wilson's going to be a star, bro.
He already is a star. What are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about like a Ray Lewis. Like not that same aggression, but that same popularity.
Not a Ray Lewis. We're talking a Luke Kuechly, or this is a Luke Kuechly.
Yeah, I agree.
That guy, he is that dude. That is probably the best. You could argue that's probably one of the best draft picks we made this whole decade. Probably a top 3.
Yeah, most definitely.
And also to touch on draft picks, let's talk about Jackson Carman, man. Does he
Thank
look good?
Yes, man, he does. And like I was saying on Twitter, man, forget everything PFF is saying. He looks good to us. He's keeping Burrow upright. You know what I'm saying? So forget all those PFF grades on Jackson Carman. He stepped in. I honestly don't see Xavier coming back. I mean, it's all starter. That's just my opinion, man. I just don't see it.
Yeah, and I agree. Carman had maybe like he's had a false start each game, but those are his only penalties. And as a rookie, that's expected. That's not a big deal. I don't care about the false start penalties as long as you keep them to a limited amount, which is what he's done so far. And just giving Burrow all the time in the world, man. Especially that one play when he lobbed it up to CJ Uzma to tie it up at 21, I believe. Jackson Carman, man, he just bought all the time. He pushed a guy into Trey Hopkins to block, and then he helped block somebody else, I believe. And then Burrow started scrambling out. He was looking for somebody else to block, and he bought Burrow just enough time. He didn't have to do too much. He just put a little shove to him to get him off balance, and it gave Burrow perfect time to scramble out and get to the CJ Uzma. Jackson Carman looks like an all-around great player, and the communication with him on the line instead of XSF is phenomenal. This line keeps improving each game, and it's fun to watch, dude. This offensive line is massively improved, and I want to get your thoughts as well on Trey Hopkins so far too, because even though that's probably a position of need going into the future, he seems to be getting his groove back.
Yeah, Trey Hopkins, I think he was just rusty in those few games. He didn't play nothing to the last preseason game, and I think he was limited on snaps on that. My thought on Trey, I always liked Trey, especially from last year. He was a bright spot of our offensive line. He just got hurt. I'm honestly looking for him to get better each game. He did better. He did better in this game than he did his last few games. This offensive line right now, as a whole, this is my opinion, Vince. It's honestly 10 times better than last year's, even though some of the people are still there. Speaking on Jackson Carman too, I'm gonna go back to Trey Hopkins, but just want to add this to Jackson Carman. I was at the game. You could see him pointing out. I got him. You get him. Watch him. I'm like, damn, man, this rookie. He don't even look like a rookie. You know what I'm saying? He do his little mistakes to let you remind you he's a rookie, but he don't even look like a rookie. He might go down to something special. And like you said, he's one of those draft picks that's good job, Taylor. Good job.
Yeah, I completely agree. And think of this, everybody was saying Deontay Smith was looking better in camp than Jackson Carman. If he was looking better than Jackson Carman in camp, think about what it's going to be if Deontay Smith gets the start over Quinn Spain or something and he outperforms Spain. Think about how brick wall this offensive line will be. It's gonna be awesome to see. No disrespect to Quentin Spain, of course, he's doing his thing. He's playing great, and as long as he keeps playing as he is, he's gonna retain the starting job, and that's good. But Jackson Carman, man, the thing about that pick though is that they even said heading into the last year draft, they wanted to pick players out that were from Cincinnati or wanted to come here. They wanted to have players that were invested into this team. And that's what Jackson Carman was. He's a hometown kid to Cincinnati, grew up watching them and stuff, and he loves the Bengals, And they interviewed him in, they brought him in, and he was the guy who protected Trevor Lawrence, protected the blind side of Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Had a great game. In my opinion, I think his 2019 performance is a bit overrated. I think against Chase Young. I think he was overrated. I saw Chase Young beating him a lot, and having to push it a little bit just to get him a little off balance to help protect. Obviously, anything to buy him time, but I just saw Chase Young beating him a lot. But when I watched his 2020 film, compared to his 2019 film, it was after a summer of training with Willie Anderson or Anthony Muniz or whoever it was. I forget who it was.
Big Willie?
Yeah, it was Willie Anderson. He had a summer of training with Willie heading into the 2020 season, and oh my God, it was night and day, the difference, and just looking at how teachable Jackson Carman is, it just shows you how good of a pick this was, I think, and he's going to be really good for us, man. I'm excited to see him start. And plus, you got to think he should have a great day lined up against Green Bay as well. Knows Darius Smith. I mean,
yeah, man. Speaking on Joe Burrow, real quick. Is we seeing him get more comfortable? I mean, bro, this guy is from week 1 to this Jags game, week 4. I seen a total transformation. I could see now he just wasn't comfortable, but I knew it was either his knee was hurting or he wasn't comfortable in those first couple games. Now you're getting to see the Burrow that we know, the move around. Ooh, I made you miss. Ooh, turn this way. Ooh, throw it up. That's that. He's going to bring us a Super Bowl, Vince. If we put the pieces around him, he will bring us a Super Bowl.
I really hope so, man. I think it's going to be more than pieces, though. It's going to be more about getting this culture right and this team right. And so far, we're on track to do that. So, the future's bright, man. I'm really excited. But, I think that's enough about the Jags game. Let's start heading into Green Bay, and I just wanted to get your thoughts. What's the scariest thing about Green Bay that you think you're going to have a lookout for?
What's his name? Devontae Adams? Is that his name?
Yep.
The receiver?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm worried about him. I mean, I know we got a good defense, but it's Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Smith, man. These guys are monsters. I think he's the only one that really worries me. I think our defense line will wreck the joint. I think we're going to keep Rodgers on the move all day. Now, Rodgers is at his best on the move. So Rodgers does scare me, but that speed of Smith, that scares me. And Rodgers, if he gets open, Rodgers is going to get it to him. So I'm not worried about Rodgers, not for real. I'm not worried about their defensive line. I'm worried about their receiver, honestly. And I think they got who was their running back? He's pretty good too.
Aaron Jones.
Yeah, he's pretty good too. But
in my opinion, I think he's the 6th best running back in the league.
Yeah. But see, think about it. He's, as I said, he's really good, but our defensive run stop game, besides that first half, has really been good, man. We done stopped a lot of good running backs, holding them to a few yards.
Besides James Robinson, of course, Thursday night, but yeah, and that was all in the first half, though, man. That's just ridiculous. And I knew that was gonna put a blemish on us. I was at that game, and I can tell you one thing, though, Vince, just to speak on that game, and then we can jump back to the Packers. When we came out in that third quarter, and they threw that pass, Burrow threw that pass to Chase, I could feel the stadium move. It's electric. That's one I didn't want to leave that out. The way the stadium moved, it was ridiculous. If you go and you watch from TV, you can barely hear the commentators. I mean, that's how loud it was in that jungle. I ain't never seen it that packed. I go to Bengals games all the time. I think they said it was like 63,000. The record is 65. I tried to make it to the Packers game. I'm not gonna go, Vince. You know why? Why is that?
The cheapest ticket is like $200.
Jesus.
For real, man. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna sit this one out, man. And I searched and I searched and I searched, and I just couldn't find anything.
Just go up to B-Dubs with some friends and have a good time there or something.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
So
I definitely see what you mean with Devontae Adams though and stuff, but in my personal opinion, man, Shidobi Awuzi's been locking up everybody. I mean, he did great, fantastic against Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson. Shut down Allen Robinson to 2 receptions and 24 yards. I mean, he didn't have to do anything really against Pittsburgh because Ben's completely washed.
God.
But I mean,
that was embarrassing.
Yeah, just think about what he could have brought to this team if he was just playing this week. If he was playing Thursday night, I guarantee you the Jags would have not gotten all those huge throws over the top from Lawrence and stuff. And also clap it up for Lawrence, man, because he made some incredible throws and stuff. That was a good game by Lawrence. But I think Shidobi Awuzi is going to this is going to be a show-out game. I think he's going to really show out against Devontae. I'm not expecting under 4 or 5 receptions. I think Devontae's going to get around 5 or 6 receptions, but I think it's going to be just limiting, and he's going to make a very, very tough catch for Adams every single time, and I think he's going to make Adams work his ass off this game. If he comes back, of course. But I think with the help of Trey Waynes on Randall Cobb and Alan Lazard or whoever it may be, I think that's going to be a big key to this. And, another factor you got to taken into account? Because Rodgers is better on the move, right?
Yeah.
If Rodgers is better on the move, we should be blitzing Mike Hilton 90% of the time. We gotta have somebody. We gotta have somebody to have that speed on Rodgers. You know, Mike Hilton's way faster than these defensive linemen that are going to be chasing after him and stuff, and these big hunks of meat just coming after Aaron Rodgers. You got to get the little guys some speed in there and stuff. You got to get him to dart in there and chase Rodgers down, and I think that's going to really put the pressure on Rodgers to force the ball out sooner than what he wants, and he's going to make a mistake out of it.
You made me think of something when we talking about Mike Hill.
Let me hear it.
On that Steelers game, he was wanting being so bad. He jumped the play so fast. He wanted being bad. He jumped that play. I was like, oh man, he wants him bad. Yeah, it just popped in my head. But yeah, definitely blitz Hilton a lot. That corner blitz is so effective because they line him up in that same position, and then he'll be in coverage. So it's really tough for opposing quarterbacks to worry about a good defensive front, and you know he might come out of nowhere. That's tough. That's tough even for Burrow. You know, Burrow said he was able to make that play. I know I'm jumping back and forth. Burrow said he was able to make that play is because he was watching film, and they was doing a lot of zero in the last 3 games. And he said that zero that they were doing, they wasn't even backing out into coverage. It was like the straight zero, like they coming. So, you know, he used that to his advantage when they line up in zero. He knew when nobody dropping back. I mean, I trust film. So back to the Packers game, though. Vince, I'm going to ask you a question. What do you think Chase going to – because I ain't really do no research on the Packers yet, but I know a little bit because one of my friends are Packer fans. They don't really have any great corners, do they?
Jair Alexander is their only good corner, in my opinion. After that, who is Kevin King?
Right. So, with that being said, I'm looking for Chase to have a big day.
I'm gonna agree but disagree at the same time here.
Okay, cool.
I'm not looking at Chase here.
What are we looking at?
I'm looking at T. Higgins. T. Higgins,
right.
He has yet to have that huge standout game. You know, he's had some good games. You know, he has a touchdown in through 2 games that he played and stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, it seems like he hasn't unleashed the monster that we've been talking about all offseason. You know, even I thought Higgins was going to be the wide receiver 1 this year. But I think with Chase's performance and how he's been playing over these last few games, I'm going to see Jair Alexander drop on him a lot this game. So, in my opinion, the game plan through the air, whoever Kevin King is on, just throw it up to them. I know that sounds disrespectful, but seriously, Kevin King is so bad. That is literally all you have to do. He's probably going to lose every 50-50 matchup with Higgins and Boyd. Like, that's just me personally.
Yeah.
You know, so in my opinion, just throw it up to whoever Kevin King is guarding, and that's the easy win. But if you want to get the ground game running, I believe Zadarius Smith rushes through the outside, correct?
Yeah. I didn't hear it. You broke up, but you said something about the running game.
Yeah, if you want to get the running game going, you want to stop Zadarius Smith, but he's out, right? Zadarius Smith is out, and he plays on the outside usually, right? Yeah,
on the outside, left side, I think.
Left side. Okay, so that's the area you want to. Oh, sorry.
You good?
That's the area you want to exploit when running the ball. Is you want to run to the left and you want to go wide runs. You want to spread the ball across. Don't run up the middle to Kenny Clark. You're not going to get anywhere with that. Split it on the outside. Make the lineman move and block out for you. You know, you're going to get easy blocks on corners coming in trying to stop Mixon. Mixon's going to easily dodge whoever else is in front of him probably. Well, not easily, but you know, just Mixon's very good at evaluating and making 5 yards out of negative 5 yards. You know what I mean? So I definitely think that's something you got to look for. But you know, mainly you're going to want to win this game by passing to whoever Kevin King is guarding or whoever Jair Alexander is not on. You know, that's my opinion on it, and I think that's the key to victory. On defense, you know, we already addressed that. You know, blitz with Mike Hilton. And make sure you lock down Devontae with Cheeto and help from Bates as well. Because you know, even though Cheeto I think is great and he's going to make every catch tough for Adams, you're going to need some help from Jesse Bates to help make that play happen and possibly a turnover.
Right. And I definitely feel that and understand that. So how do you think their offensive line is going to hold up against our defense, a healthy defense Bengal line?
It's going to be very difficult, but I definitely was looking at the 49ers game, even though Nick Bosa was tearing through it quite a bit and stuff. He was mainly just pressuring. He wasn't actually getting home to the sack or anything, and even the pressure just wasn't like too effective, if you know what I mean. I definitely think this offensive line is a lot better than what people may be talking about it as. But then again, maybe I just need to sit back and watch more Packers film and take a look at it again, But I definitely think it's a little bit better than what people are expecting. However, that shouldn't mean our defensive line shouldn't be able to get home to them and sack Rodgers a bit. So, in my opinion, this should still be a 2-sack game at the very least for our defensive line. We should be able to get home on him.
Yeah, most definitely. Okay, let's keep it moving. So, what do you feel about Aaron Rodgers? He gonna have a good day? I mean, I'm looking for him to have a bad day.
I think we all are.
Yeah. But all honest and in reality, yeah, I think he has a great day. I mean, it's not nothing against our defense. This is Aaron Rodgers, Hopefully we can get the week 1 Aaron Rodgers. I would love that. But we're gonna probably get the week 5 Aaron Rodgers ready to go. I think he probably scores 2 touchdowns, 300 yards, and I think that Burrow goes for 2 touchdowns, 300-some yards. I think Mixon has a good day. I'm just looking off how the 49ers attacked him. I think Mixon will have, I ain't saying like no standout, but I think he will get over 100 yards rushing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just judging that from the 49ers game. Because I didn't really go back and sit yet and watch their weaknesses. I'm just going off what I already know. There's another one I wanted to touch on. What do you think about Burrow's 9 touchdowns? Yeah.
9 touchdowns.
That's high. That's high.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, he through 4 games. I would have liked him to have over 1,000 passing yards, but he's close enough at like 988, I believe, right?
Yep, exactly. You're right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, so that's close enough. I mean, he's having a great comeback year. I think. I mean, that Bears game should have gone much differently. I think he would have seen over 1,000 yards easily if that Bears game went any different. But just overall, Burrow just seems to be way more comfortable now in the pocket, and he just seems to be back in form. And this is probably your comeback. This is probably your comeback player of the year. To be honest with you, this really might be the comeback player of the year, and he's probably going to win it. Especially if this team makes the playoffs or has a winning record at 9-8 and above, So
yeah, I feel you.
I definitely think he's comeback player of the year, and it's gonna be it's just really interesting to see. I'm excited to see what Burrow does in the future games, especially against a much tougher schedule in the second half of this year.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be fun to watch. I think and so far Burrow's looking to be Burrow, and he seems to be improving each game too. But for me, for Green Bay, I'm looking beyond 300. I'm looking for a 400-yard game. This is where I want to just. We wanted it this week, Thursday night. We wanted it that night, but we didn't get it. We got to get it this day. With Kevin King out there, Zadarius Smith injured. We got to let Burrow just unleash. Obviously you want Mixon to have a good day, but I think this is one where Mixon wants to just be there every now and then, maybe 15 attempts or so. And then let Burrow throw the hell out of that ball because he's gonna send it home. He's gonna send it home. I guarantee you. Rodgers, I'm actually looking forward to have more of an average day. I think he's gonna have around 220, 230 yards and a touchdown. Maybe an interception, but probably not. I think most of the work they want to do is with Aaron Jones. While we said our team is very good at stopping the run and stuff, we held great rushers like David Montgomery and Dalvin Cook to 61 yards each, Najee Harris to 40 yards. I don't think they're going to work him on the ground necessarily. I think they're going to mainly pass to Aaron Jones a lot because Aaron Jones is a phenomenal pass-catching back, dude. He's arguably second behind Alvin Kamara, behind Alvin Kamara and CMC third, excuse me. But he's arguably, just third behind them, ahead of Kareem Hunt and all that. He's so good pass-catching, man. And to be honest, that's one of our weaknesses is pass-catching backs. If we go against a team with an Alvin Kamara, a Christian McCaffrey, an Aaron Jones, or a Kareem Hunt, most of the time we're probably going to give up a lot of yards to them on the pass. You know, so, and you know that seems to be our Achilles heel on this defense. Now, when they do go to that, it's more of a bend don't break kind of deal with it usually, but
Right.
they still get a lot of yardage and they usually get into field goal position to score points with it.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something I'm going to keep an eye on is Aaron Jones. I'm looking to see Aaron Jones have a much bigger day than Aaron Rodgers.
Okay. I know I said I'm looking for Mixon to have a great day, right? So, but do you think since he suffered that ankle sprain, I know they said he might play still. Do you think we'll see a lot more Chris Evans?
I don't know yet. You know, I don't know. It's going to be very hard to see. I saw Chris Evans play a lot more against Pittsburgh. You know, he got some snaps, but did he even get any snaps Thursday night?
No.
Yeah, I didn't see him on the field at all. So he's still got to work his way up, I guess. But
it looks better than P. Ryan.
Oh yeah, 100% he is. But you know, I would definitely like to see Chris Evans in there more than Perrine. You know, but in some sort of sense, I do kind of hope we don't play Mixon. But of course, you know, with an extended week, he's probably going to be good to go and just fine. So I'm expecting him to play. I think he's going to start. But I would rather see Chris Evans there than Perrine. I just don't think it's going to happen yet.
Right. All right. So I got a few more questions. So out of this Packers game, Bengals game, if you could pick 2 players to put on your fantasy team, who you gonna put?
Like I said, T. Higgins has got to be one. And another I got to put is Aaron Jones. You know, I definitely think Aaron Jones is going to have a great day against us. But Higgins, you know, I think Kevin King or whoever else besides Jair is going to be on him like butter. You know, I say butter because they're probably going to slide off him really easily. And T. Higgins is probably going to get a 50-50 catch every time. So definitely look for Higgins to have a big day. Look for Aaron Jones to have a big day. Those are my big fantasy options for this game.
Okay. And of course, I'm going to give you my fantasy options. I'm looking for Joe Burrow to be a good putting your pick on your fantasy team. You know, like always, that's an easy one. But on Green Bay side, I'm gonna have to go with Devontae Smith, man. You know, I just don't really Adams. I keep saying Smith.
You're thinking of the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the Eagles. The draft pick they did. Yeah. It's not that I don't believe in our defense. It's just that out of their team as a whole, I just think he's going to be like one of their best players when they play us.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think he's going to be an issue. However, I just think the production isn't going to show that on the field. You know, I think his production is going to be down a little bit, you know, to make an impact. But he's going to be the one that everybody's worried about, and I think that's why it opens up for Aaron Jones.
Yeah. So I got a question I was asking. So I was talking to my brother, and we was talking about the Steelers game. So we had like a little disagreement. He said Najee Harris went off. Okay. Now let me break this down to you. Yes, he had over 100 yards passing. But all of those passes was behind the 2-yard line, 2 yards above the line of scrimmage, and he had 40 yards rushing. Hey, 100 yards is always good. But that's not the type of going off game that I'm going to say a player went off, and I ain't got nothing against Harris, but that wasn't going off to me. What are your takes on that?
I agree. You know, I don't think he really went off. I mean, he had a good day, but he didn't go off. You know, I mean, 40 yards rushing on the ground, 100. I mean, he had over 100 yards in the screen pass and stuff, yes. But like I said, that's our Achilles heel mainly. And besides, do you even have a touchdown?
No.
Exactly.
No, he didn't.
Yeah. Oh, he did?
No, he didn't. He did.
I thought the tight end Pat. They drafted.
Yeah, they did a little pitch to Pat. Yeah, you're right. He did not have a touchdown. He didn't.
Yeah. So if he didn't have a touchdown, I mean, come on, what can you say about that day? I mean, he didn't really have much day besides. I mean, you know, other rookie running backs, I believe, had much better days than him.
Yeah. I mean, it's like this, man. Yes, he did. Like you said, he had a good day. But to say that he went off on the Bengals is a little extent to me. That's the only reason why I brought this up, and I know my brother's gonna watch it later. And I hope he sees this. But yeah, man, he did all right, but he didn't go off. But back to the Packers. What is your predictions, my man?
Well, before we get to predictions, I actually want to hear your X factors for this game. So go ahead and tell me your X factors, please.
All right. X factors. I'm gonna have to say our O-line this time. I think that they give Burrow just enough time to shred that defense. I know I ain't gonna say easy because it ain't easy. I'm not gonna go and pick I'm not gonna pick Higgins. I'm not gonna pick Tyler Boyd. I'm not gonna pick Chase. But the O line and Evan McPherson. I'm just trying to go a little to the left a little bit, because we can easily go with Higgins. And I know Higgins gonna have a good day. Not to take nothing away from that. But I just think my two factors would be the offensive line. And McPherson might have a long one.
Yeah, I think those are great. Those are fantastic picks. Evan McPherson, definitely an X factor. Speaking of Evan McPherson, before I get to my X factors, funny story. When I was watching the Jags game and stuff, and Evan McPherson lined up to hit his first field goal and stuff, I straight up used that opportunity to go to the bathroom. I was literally saying in my head, we finally have a reliable kicker. I'm confident. I'm not worried. He's going to make this. I was thinking the whole thing through going to the bathroom too. Next thing I know, I hear my dad out there screaming, "Oh my God, he missed it," or whatever. I'm like, no, he's joking. He's joking. I came out saying, "I don't believe you. He didn't miss it." I checked Twitter, and sure enough, he missed it. I was like, "Oh my God!"
I threw my popcorn in the air. I threw my popcorn in the air. I was like, he is so automatic. What happened? But you know what, though? Speaking on McPherson, just to add to what you were saying, that second time he came out, I still didn't have no worry. It was like, okay, you know how like last year, if that Randy missed, right? And he comes up there again, we like, oh my God, please make it Randy. Please make it Randy, please. When he lined up to make the winning field goal, I promise you, Vince, I was looking at Jags fans like, yeah. Literally. I just felt like I had that confidence in him. And that's a great thing to have in a player, to where you see him miss one and you still got confidence in him. I don't know what he did to instill that in us, but he did. Was you worried about the second one?
I mean, I had a tad bit of worry, because of that one. But, just someone made a comparison on Twitter. It's a little bit messed up, but I mean, it's kind of true. It's kind of like a person who went through an abusive relationship in a bit, because we had Randy Bullock, just missing everything, and we were like, we're scared. We're still scared almost every kick, even though we know he's gonna make it. But I mean, it's a really messed up comparison, but I mean, that's probably the closest thing to the truth that you can get.
I get that. I actually get it, man. Like you was in an abusive relationship, and then now you get McPherson. Like those little things can slide compared to what we went through. Like,
Yeah.
So I definitely get that.
Yeah, it's definitely the truth there, I think. But I definitely like those picks for X factors. I definitely think Evan McPherson is going to be a huge factor in this game. But for my X factors, I have to go Chidobe Awuzie and T. Higgins. T. Higgins, probably going to get Kevin King or whoever lined up most on him. I already said that before. But I think Chidobe Awuzie coming back and helping Trey Waynes and also Jesse Bates coming back, I think that's going to be a huge difference with this team. I think Chidobe Awuzie is going to lock up Devontae Adams to the best of his extent. I think he's going to get around 5 receptions, maybe 60 yards or so. I think that's fair. I don't think he's going to get a touchdown, though. I don't think Devontae is getting a touchdown. And, yeah, I think it's going to be a great day for Bengals fans to watch. The defense, anyway. I don't know about offense.
Okay. All right. So.
Excuse me. Not the it's going to be a good day for Bengals fans to watch our offense. I don't know about our defense, though, because Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers.
So you going with Awuzie and T. Higgins?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And T. Higgins, you might hit that on the nose, though, because he's been rested up. He didn't play the last couple games. He's rested up. He's ready. So I can honestly see that. We have a longer week. We played Thursday night. We're gonna have 4 days. We're gonna have a week and some change to also prepare for the Packers. 4 days. That's over half the week. A week actually. You have a week and a half to prepare for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. This could not have lined up beautifully for us. Even though we've been on the losing sides of things for the last 5 years, every time I look at our schedule and stuff, it seems we always have a bye week right in the middle of the season, and it's perfect timing. We always have the bye week around week 8, week 9, and that's perfect for us. And it seems like the schedule just always lines up for us to just
be better and stuff, So the schedule always plays in our favor. I think pointed to like when the games happen stuff. It's just been a matter of executing and getting it out on the right time. So
Right.
I think this is the team that can do it. But let's get to our predictions, man. What do you predict?
All right. First, if we do lose this game, I don't mind losing this game by 3 points, Vince. But I don't want to lose this game by 14. And I'm just going off with the thing is you can't win them all, but I want to win them all. And we are playing Aaron Rodgers, but we are at home.
Oh, I forgot we were at home.
My predictions is 31-24 Bengals. Like you said, T. Higgins probably have a good day, man, and our offensive line is going to hold Burrow upright. What's your predictions?
I definitely want to go Bengals and stuff, I really do. I think this is the perfect opportunity to do it. And if we do win, I don't think we should be surprised by this. I think we should be, very hopeful for the future if we win this game. But because it's Aaron Rodgers, I'm going to have to tone it down. I think we're going to put up a good offensive game, but I have Packers winning this one 31-27.
Okay.
It's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be back and forth a bit, but at the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers is so clutch, man. Joe Burrow's clutch himself too, but Aaron Rodgers has been doing this for how many years now? 14, 15 or 13 years or so. So you always got to keep an eye out for Aaron Rodgers and stuff to just light our team up. So, I'm going to say we go on a high limb. We put up a great fight against a great team, and we show that we can compete. We show with this game that we're able to compete with other teams that are arguably Super Bowl contenders.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, and I think that definitely lines us up against the Ravens and Browns. The Ravens have been dealing with injuries. And the Browns seem to still be having to find their footing a little bit, as the season. Excuse me, I just ate a little bit early. Oh my God.
You're good. You're good.
But I definitely think it's going to open up some opportunities for us to maybe beat the Ravens and Browns as this schedule goes on. But as this goes on, I think we're in a great position to go 5-4. That 5-4 is what we should be at the least, because we get the Jets and the Lions. We also get the Ravens and the Browns before the night ends, So it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the schedule plays out. But yeah, we should be 5-4 at the least heading into the bye week. I think 6-3 would be fantastic. I think we should be able to get an upset on the Ravens or Browns here. Maybe the Packers we get the upset on.
Yeah. Honestly, I see us beating the Ravens. They're going to come out here with that run option. That's what they do. So, like you said, man, I think we might slide one in on the Ravens. So, coming out of there with 6 wins would be fantastic. Fantastic.
I agree.
So, real quick before we get out of here. So, B. We did the Browns. We did the Bears. And we both predicted us to beat the Bears. And we were wrong. We went to the Steelers. Now, this is what I did notice. This is interesting to me. Whenever I feel like we're going to shut a team down, it's always different. And I always like asking you and James Rapine, what's y'all take? Now, the only reason I like asking you guys, I love you guys, is because it's usually y'all going to be realists. But lately, the games, I liked when you said we was gonna lose. I'm trying to explain it to you. It's the best way I can explain it. I like that you said we was gonna lose because it's like the gods or football gods is like, I'm gonna give them the win. It's just like that with you. It's just so like that for you and James Rapine, man. You guys make us win, man. I love it. So he went against us, and you went against us. The last time y'all both went against us, we won. So I appreciate you, Vince.
Of course, no problem. That's the goal, is to jinx it every time.
Yeah, and I get it. Not to judge your Bengal fandom. I just get it. I got lucky socks. I got lucky Bengal socks, man. And I
understand 100%. Don't worry, man. I get it.
And I forgot to wear those on the Bears game. Real talk. I ain't making this up, man. I forgot to wear those socks when we played the Bears, and you see the outcome.
Man, you gotta set a reminder every Sunday or whatever. Every game day, wear these socks.
Wear these socks. Yep. But so yeah, man. I really appreciate you, Vince. Tell them where they can find you, man.
If you want to find my Twitter or whatever, just follow the @Q Smart Reviewer. Look up Frank Pollock Enthusiast. I just hit 700 followers on there. Thank everybody for that.
Mhm.
I also make profile pics and banners and stuff. I'm really enjoying editing right now and stuff. So if you want a profile pic or banner, just let me know for those watching. And
Okay.
also, just make sure you follow and turn on notifications there. If you want to find my YouTube, it just goes by Vince. You can find it in the link in my Twitter description, or you can also look it up. Joe Burrow versus Carson Palmer. That video should pop up easily.
And I'll put it in this. I'll put it in this link too. I'll put it in the subscription.
Check the description for that too, and that's where you can find me. Everything's progressing pretty well for me. However, man, I tell you, I just lost 17 minutes of footage from what I recorded last night, so I'm gonna have a long night tonight.
Oh man, I've been there, bro. I've definitely been there, and it's been.
My phone's doing a weird thing, where like after like having it on for a bit, I have to shut it completely off and restart it and turn it back on in order to just record a video and stuff. And sometimes when I turn it back on, it glitches out and stuff every time I record a video. It makes a weird clicking sound, and I don't get it. It's weird. So, and that's what happened with that. It just made a clicking sound throughout, and you couldn't even hear me, and it was ridiculous. So,
is it an iPhone, man?
Yeah, iPhone 7 Plus. It's a little bit old, so I got to upgrade soon.
No, it's not that. I just don't like iPhones. I got an Android, and I take all the jokes. Hey, I take them. But man, every time my experience with iPhones has not really been good, man. And my experience with Android has just been so easy and so smooth. But yeah,
I get what you mean. There's a lot of definitely like loopholes around Android and stuff. It just every time you record with an Android and stuff, it seems like the quality just comes out like the quality looks fine when in your camera roll.
Yeah.
Record and stuff. But when you actually put it on something like Twitter or YouTube, the quality just completely dwindles down for some reason. I don't understand. It doesn't do that with iPhone, so that's why I use iPhone.
Oh yeah, bro. Everything they say as far as the clarity is true. Like we could be FaceTiming, and I'm FaceTiming from my Android, and you FaceTiming from your iPhone, and mine's not gonna look nowhere near as good as yours. You know what I'm saying? So they do got good pictures and quality. I just can't hook them up to my computer, all of that. And I have a bad time with them. But nothing to take away from iPhones. Shout out to iPhones,
I'm not good at editing on the computer as much. Phone, I can edit a lot easier and just chop up simple clips and stuff. And
So you've been doing that from your phone?
Oh yeah,
you a beast. You a beast, man. You is really beast.
I can take simple editing software from I can take simple software and like I can just edit the hell out of it, man. I just make the most out of the small editing software and stuff. Most people don't know how to like chop up certain clips and stuff and piece this and there together and stuff. But for some reason, I know what to do with that. I'm not good at like Sony Vegas or whatever on computer. There's so much complicated stuff and everything, but I need just simple controls in my face to get this done. Which is why I use KineMaster and stuff for my videos, which is much easier.
Yeah. So I edit. I'm not good editor. I'm not good. That flyer that we got made, my cousin made it for me. I just sent him your picture. I'm like, hook me up. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. That's why when you see my thumbnails for the videos that I do, or even our videos that we do, it just be a picture. It's nothing that I created because I'm not good at it. I'm really not good at it.
If you need me to start making thumbnails, just let me know.
Yeah, but we're gonna do this every Friday. If you shoot me a thumbnail Thursday and I set it up.
All right, I got you. I'll get it done.
Yeah, most definitely. I suck at it, man. I suck at it. But
it's no deal, no big deal.
But yeah, we appreciate y'all, you guys, and make sure y'all subscribe, like, and share to get me and Vince out here some more, so we can get some more of our fans to tune in. And we appreciate all you fans that did tune in. I seen a couple people was watching at a time. Nobody right now, but it's cool. We appreciate it. We just starting. It's a long road to go, and I appreciate everything. Thank you, Vince.
Of course, man. I'm gonna go head out and watch some more fights. It's main card actually. I got to get on. I missed some fights probably.
Hey, peace and who they baby, and I see you sometime next week. We'll do another video before the game.
Yeah,
we'll do another one for the game.
And of course, to everybody watching and stuff, thank you again for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and follow my Twitter. Also follow Rax on Twitter. Hit link in the description. And make sure you subscribe to Jungle Fever Podcast, everybody. Who day?
Who day?